Be very careful with this woman. She's unbearable. No one can stand her except you. She's extremely problematic, and her time to pay for her dark deeds has finally arrived. While you free yourself from all the work she did to you, there's something you need to know. That woman who used to smile with her friends while speaking badly of you and feeling victorious because she placed a curse near your home, intending to dim your light and ruin your happiness, is now completely unhinged. Not only is she in constant internal conflict, but she's also clashing with everyone around her. Everyone talks badly about her. She's insufferable, and has now realized she lost the war against you, because what protects you is infinitely stronger than anything she's tried. She spent a lot of money on witchcraft to harm you, but envy and hatred have completely consumed her. She's very ill, full of frustration, anger, and rage. Nothing has turned out the way she expected. Her sorcerers didn't produce results. All the negative energy she sent your way has returned to her with even greater force, because the universe has been protecting and guiding every step you take. What's coming for you is pure peace, abundant blessings, and lots of love. And while you are filled with harmony, there are people who can't help but look at you with resentment, because you carry something special, something the envious and bitter wish they could destroy. But they can't. You are light in the midst of darkness. You are an empress, and your angels are by your side, protecting you from all harm. Months ago, she performed a very powerful spell, a curse launched by someone very close to you, meant to destroy your love life. They wanted to keep you unhappy, drive away the people around you, and fill your path with obstacles and problems without any clear reason. This has affected your health, causing headaches, stomach issues, and those strange nights when you wake up at the same time for no apparent reason. What's happened in your life is not a simple coincidence. Forces have been moving around you, trying to block your path, fill you with insecurity and fear. But the most incredible thing is that despite all the obstacles, you're still standing. You've realized that although you've felt the pressure and the weight of darkness, you've never completely fallen. Do you know why? Because there's something inside you that cannot be extinguished. The person who tried to harm you, who tried to stop you with dark magic and bad intentions, is now living through her own punishment. Not because you wished it, but because the universe always returns what one puts out. That woman who hates you so much, who can't stand to see you happy, is now desperate and frustrated, feeling like everything she touches falls apart. And no wonder. When you play with forces you don't understand, consequences are inevitable. Think about all those moments when you suddenly felt drained of energy, when everything seemed fine, and suddenly something went wrong, when you kept waking up in the middle of the night with no explanation, when people important to you began to drift away without reason. None of that was coincidence. For months someone has been manipulating your energy, trying to influence your destiny, interfering where they shouldn't. But here's what they didn't anticipate. You are not just anyone. You have immense power within you. And although they tried to weaken you, all they did was make you stronger. Now that you know, it's time to act. Because while the universe delivers justice, it's also your responsibility to take control of your life and break every chain they tried to place on you. It's time to release that stagnant energy, to cut the cords connecting you to vibrations that aren't yours, and to return every curse to its origin with triple the force. Do it without fear. Declare, right now, that everything meant to stop you disappears from your life. That all which does not belong to you dissolves. That your light shines brighter than ever, because that's what you are. Light in the midst of darkness. And that is exactly why they tried to dim you. But they failed. The person who tried to bind you, who worked against your happiness, is now suffering the consequences. And the worst part? She regrets it. But not because she feels sorry for what she did. She regrets it because she sees everything coming back to her. She misses you, Yes, but not out of love, out of obsession. She thinks of you. Yes, but only because her life has been a disaster ever since she tried to hurt you. And although she's trying to find a way back to you, she knows her time is up. You are no longer who you once were. What they did may have changed you, but not in the way they hoped. It didn't break you. It built you. Instead of shutting down, you woke up. And in that awakening, you discovered your true power. Now you see clearly. Not everyone deserves a place by your side. Not every smile is sincere, and some people only show up to take from you. But that chapter is closed. Now is the time to cleanse your spirit, to renew your energy, and to rise, stronger, wiser, and higher than ever before. What's coming your way is something huge, something they will never be able to reach. Because while they drown in their own misery, you are being blessed with abundance, with love, with success. And that's what hurts them the most, because it doesn't matter how many times they try, how many paths they block, or how many tricks they use. You always move forward. It's time to lift your head and keep going. There's nothing to fear anymore, nothing to hold you back. The worst is behind you, and the best is yet to come. Declare divine justice in the comments because this time the victory is yours. What I'm going to say might hurt, but it's better you know it now, before it's too late. Because the most dangerous betrayal doesn't come from far away. It comes from close by. And when you shine the brightest, when you're getting closer to what the universe has in store for you, that's when the masks begin to fall. Have you noticed it? That strange energy in your home? That discomfort around certain people? You've seen those looks you hadn't noticed before. You've heard comments disguised as concern but filled with envy and bad intentions. Because the worst part isn't when people who hate you try to hurt you. The worst is when that hatred comes from those who are supposed to love you. Your own sister. The one you shared your childhood with. The one you grew up with. The one you once considered your unconditional support. But at some point, something changed inside her. Maybe it was resentment, frustration over her own poor choices, or the constant comparison with you. She doesn't say it out loud, but deep down, she feels that you have what she could never achieve. And that envy has been consuming her for a long time. She's done things you'd never imagine. It's not just that she talks behind your back or badmouths you to the rest of the family. It's something darker, something deeper. She's been looking for ways to block you, to close your paths, to place obstacles you're not even aware of. And she succeeded, because at some point, during a visit to your home, or when you went out together, she took something personal from you, an object that carries your energy, and used it in black magic rituals. Yes, exactly as you're hearing. This isn't just about bad thoughts or gossip. It's something much more dangerous. And if you don't cut it off immediately, it will continue to affect you in ways you can't even imagine. That's why you've felt changes in your energy. That's why, even though you work hard, things sometimes feel like they're stuck. That's why you sometimes feel unexplained fatigue, sudden headaches, emotional instability. It's her. But here's the key. Her own poison is consuming her. She pretends her life is stable, that everything is fine, but inside, she's falling apart. In love, personally, emotionally, she's completely lost. And deep down, she knows it. She knows all the harm she wished upon you is coming back to her. She knows she crossed a line she never should have crossed, and now, between guilt and fear, she watches you with remorse, with tears in her eyes, because despite everything she did, you might be the only one who could help her. But it's no longer your burden. You can't keep carrying other people's darkness. You can't keep allowing your energy to be drained by people who don't want to see you grow. It's time to break free from all of that. To let go of those who only want to see you fall. Because what's coming for you is massive. Something huge is on the way. Something that will change your life in ways you don't Yet understand, it's as if the universe has been preparing the ground all this time for something incredible, something that will take you to the next level. But there are those who can't stand to see you move forward. They've tried everything. They've invented lies about you, talked behind your back, made plans for you to fail, sent negative energy to block you. But here's the truth. None of it has worked. Because every time they try to bring you down, you grow stronger. Every time they throw hate your way, your light multiplies. And that drives them crazy. That's why now they're more alert than ever. They're watching you, analyzing you, keeping track of every step you take, looking for any excuse to get involved in your life, to plant doubts in your mind, to try to bring you down again. Believing you're not enough no longer works on you, because now you're awake. You've started to see things you once ignored. You can see the truth behind fake smiles, hear the hidden intent behind kind words, and most importantly, you no longer let other people's energy dictate your path. But there's someone in particular who can't handle your growth, someone who simply can't stand to see you succeed. They've been sabotaging your projects, placing obstacles in your path. Worse still, they've tried to interfere in your love life. When someone can't destroy you directly, they try to pull you away from those who truly care for you. This person has spoken badly about you to someone very important. They've planted doubts, manipulated the situation, and tried to break the special bond you share with someone, because they know that if you find emotional stability, you'll be unstoppable. But today, you notice something. A sign, a conversation, a comment, or a behavior that made you pause. And in that moment, you realize that some people who claim to care about you really just want to control you. They don't want to see you free. They don't want to see you happy. And they definitely don't want to see you with someone who's good for you, because deep down, they know that if you keep growing, they'll never be able to catch up. But here's the biggest truth of all. They can't stop you. No matter how hard they try to block or slow you down, what the universe has planned for you is too powerful. Your destiny is already written, and there's no force in this world that can change it. All you need to do now is trust. Trust that anything or anyone that's left your life did so for a reason. Trust that every obstacle was a test to make you stronger. Trust that even if some people envy you, others admire and are inspired by you. And above all, trust that no matter what happens, victory is yours. Declare divine justice, because this time, nothing and no one will stop you. Things have been clear for a while, but you didn't want to see it. You've felt uneasy. You've had doubts that didn't feel like your own. Days when everything seemed to fall apart without explanation. It's not coincidence. It never was. For months, someone has been pulling strings behind your back, trying to derail you, planting thoughts in your mind that don't even belong to you. And now that you're aware, you can't ignore it any longer. Your sister, the one who was supposed to be your support, has been one of the biggest obstacles in your path. And she's not alone. She's found allies in people who claim to love you, but secretly envy you more than you can imagine. They've been bad-mouthing you, inventing stories, setting traps to make you fall. But you know what frustrates them the most? That none of it has worked. You're still standing, still moving forward, still shining. And it burns them up inside, because they don't understand how, after everything they've done, after all the negative energy they've sent your way, you're still walking tall. They don't get how blessings keep finding you, how every door they try to close only leads to a bigger one opening. Their desperation is showing. They're slipping up, revealing their true colors without realizing it. You've started to notice strange behavior. People who once treated you warmly now seem distant. Situations that used to feel normal now feel tense and off. The energy around you has shifted because their plans are failing, and they don't know how to stop you anymore. But here's the truth. They can't stop you. What they tried against you has no power now. Everything they planned has fallen apart before it could even touch you. All the negativity they sent has returned to them with even greater force. And now, they're the ones facing the consequences of their envy. Your sister's love life is falling apart, and her emotional balance is shaking. She might pretend everything is okay, but deep down, she feels the cost she's paying. Because energy never disappears. It always returns to its source. And it's not just her. There's someone else, someone who's been meddling where they don't belong, trying to block your progress both personally and professionally. Speaking ill of you to someone important, planting seeds of doubt, looking for ways to sabotage what you're building, creating discord to pull you away from what truly brings you joy. But now, everything is coming to light. That person didn't expect you to wake up. They didn't expect you to see through every single one of their schemes. They didn't realize that instead of breaking you, all of this would only make you stronger. And now, it's them who are afraid. Because they know their time is running out. There is no way for them to take what the universe has prepared for you. Nothing they do can change your destiny. Nothing they try will be able to stop what is coming for you. What's coming is something big, something that will change your life in ways you can't even imagine. But you need to prepare. You have to cut ties with everything that still holds you back with those negative energies. You need to close the cycles you keep leaving open. You can't keep carrying people who only use you as a dumping ground for their problems. You can't keep allowing other people's energy to contaminate yours. It's time to clear your path, to let go of the weight that isn't yours, to focus on what really matters. Because if you keep moving forward with toxic people around you, you might be delaying the blessings that are about to arrive, and you can't afford that. What the universe has for you is so big, even you wouldn't believe it. Opportunities you never thought possible are coming. Someone will enter your life and show you what it truly means to be loved without conditions. You'll receive news that will completely change your life. News that will make you understand why you had to go through everything. Nothing has been in vain. Every betrayal, every tear, every disappointment. It was all part of your preparation. Not just anyone can handle what's coming. Not everyone can sustain the kind of success and blessings that are waiting for you. And now that you know, now that you understand everything that has happened, there's only one thing left to do. Trust. Trust that every person who left your life did so for a reason. Trust that every obstacle was just a step to take you higher. Trust that even though some envy you, there are many more who love you and want to see you shine. So lift your head, let go of fear, and keep moving forward, because nothing and no one can stop you. What's happening now is a test of how strong you are. Not everyone could withstand what you've faced and still be standing with the same strength. They've attacked you in many ways. They've tried to ruin you, make you doubt yourself, mess with your mind so you'd believe you're not enough. But here you are, proving that nothing and no one can dim your light. And that hurts them more than anything. That mother and daughter who have been scheming against you have played with fire. They thought they could fool everyone, manipulate the truth, use dirty tricks to take what doesn't belong to them. But what they don't understand is that there are things you simply can't steal. The universe doesn't make mistakes, and everything they've tried to take from you will soon slip through their fingers. What they took with bad intentions will become their burden, their punishment, their downfall. And you will rise stronger than ever. The envy of others has never been your problem. You can't control what they feel. You can't make them stop wishing you harm. But what you can do is protect yourself, shield yourself, make sure that none of those bad intentions can affect you. Because what's coming for you is huge. Have you noticed how things are changing in your favor? Opportunities that once seemed impossible are now within your reach. People who used to ignore you now seek your presence. This is all because your energy is vibrating higher. Because you've learned to let go of what no longer serves you. Because you're beginning to understand that your destiny is far greater than any obstacle that's ever been in your path. But there's something important you need to know. That person who betrayed your trust, the one you helped without expecting anything in return, who was there in your closest moments, but ultimately chose to side with those who want to see you fall, that person now regrets it. But not because of what they did. They regret it because they're now facing the consequences. They thought that choosing the other side would give them the advantage, that by being close to your enemies, they'd gain more power, more benefits. But now they realize they were just being used. What they thought would bring them stability is actually pulling them down. And the worst part, there's no turning back. That person knows now that you were their only real chance to grow, that with you, they had light, that with you, their life had meaning. And now that they've lost you, they see their mistake. But don't expect a sincere apology. Don't expect them to come and admit it. The truth is, their pride is too great, and their fear of facing the consequences is even greater. However, you don't need an apology. You don't need anyone to come and explain what you already know, because divine justice is already in motion. What they thought they would gain at your expense is falling apart before their very eyes. And as they fall, you rise, because your destiny is different. What lies ahead for you is beyond comparison to what you left behind. But now, more than ever, it is time to protect yourself. Cleanse your space. Cut any lingering ties that may still be draining your energy. There are objects, memories, and bonds you must release once and for all. Not out of resentment, but because they no longer belong in your new life. Declare firmly, nothing and no one can take away what is mine. Everything meant for me arrives at the perfect time, and no enemy can stop it. Feel the shift in energy as you take control, as the power returns to you, as the chains that once bound you break forever. Now, you are ready to receive what the universe has in store for you. Something far greater than you could ever imagine. Every action, every word, every attempt to obstruct your path has been noted in the divine order. What those who conspired against you didn't realize is that while they were plotting your downfall, the universe was preparing your rise. Every injustice you endured has been accounted for, and balance is about to be restored. What you once lost will be returned to you, multiplied. What they tried to take from you will come back stronger. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The time when everything you've endured will yield unimaginable blessings. Nothing can stop what is on its way. When destiny decides to act, no force can resist it. Claim what is yours. Affirm with conviction. I claim my victory and my freedom. Saying these words isn't just a declaration. It's a manifestation of the energy already moving in your favor. The waiting is over. The best is on its way. The blessings coming your way aren't coming alone. They are loaded with rewards beyond anything you ever dreamed of. The universe is aligning every detail to perfection, and among those pieces is a familiar face. Someone who will soon return to your life. Yes, the one who once walked away, perhaps because of impulsive decisions, external influence, or their own insecurities, has had time to reflect, and in that reflection, they've realized that their happiness was always tied to you. The memories haven't faded. They've lingered in their mind, a constant reminder of what was left behind. With every step they've taken away from you, they've felt the weight of your absence, the lack of that genuine connection they've never found elsewhere. Because when two souls are destined to meet, no matter how far they stray, their paths will eventually cross again, and that moment is drawing near. But this isn't just a reunion, it's a transformation. The person coming back isn't the same one who left. They've changed. They've learned lessons they couldn't understand before. They've faced trials that forced them to mature, and now they're ready to take the step they couldn't before. What they once failed to value, they now treasure as their most precious gift. What makes this return even more powerful is that it doesn't come alone. It comes with a complete shift in your life. The prosperity that the universe has decreed for you is already beginning to manifest. Opportunities that seemed lost are reappearing stronger than ever. Projects you thought forgotten are coming back to life. Influential people are approaching you, offering paths you never imagined walking. Everything that once felt stuck is now flowing with incredible speed. This is your time, the moment when every seed you planted with effort, dedication, and faith begins to bear abundant fruit. Not just in the material sense, but deep within you. Because the true blessing is not just success, but peace, inner stability, and the certainty that everything is unfolding as part of a divine plan working in your favor. The love and emotional connection you thought lost is returning with a new essence. This time there are no doubts, no fears, no interference. Everything is being directed by a higher power, ensuring that everything falls perfectly into place. This time, everything will unfold at the right moment and in the right way. No obstacles will stand in the way of this union growing stronger, because it is now shielded by the universe itself. The angels, spiritual guides, and all the protective energies watching over you have been quietly working behind the scenes to make sure this meeting happens exactly when it's meant to. This is more than just a reunion. It's a renewal, a chance to heal what was once broken, and to create something far stronger and more authentic. But this journey is not just about someone else. It's about you. Your evolution, your growth, your awakening. Everything you've lived through has prepared you for this moment. Every challenge, every tear, every night of uncertainty had a greater purpose, and that purpose was to lead you to the most powerful version of yourself. Now, you understand your worth. Now, you know what you deserve. You are no longer the same person you once were. You've gained wisdom, strength, and a clarity you didn't have before. And that's exactly why the universe is now rewarding you, because you are finally ready. You're ready to receive what has always been destined for you. The love you thought was lost never disappeared. It was simply waiting for the moment when both of you would be ready to live it the right way. And that moment has arrived. This time, destiny will not allow anything to stand in the way. This time, everything that once seemed impossible will become reality. So get ready. Keep your heart open. Because what's coming is greater than you ever imagined. It's not just a blessing. It's a complete transformation. It's proof that the universe never makes mistakes, that everything happens in perfect timing, and that souls who are meant to meet will always find their way back to each other. Affirm with faith. I claim my victory, my prosperity, and the love that belongs to me. And watch how, little by little, the universe unfolds before you a future full of light, love, and abundance. Because your story doesn't end here. It's only just beginning. The wind of destiny has started to blow in your favor, and with every move, the universe is bringing you closer to the life you've always deserved. There's no more room for doubt. There's no more space for fear. What's coming is inevitable. It's like an unstoppable wave of blessings rising up to surround you with its power. You've endured more than you thought possible. You've faced nights of uncertainty, days when everything seemed to fall apart, moments when doors closed one after another. But every trial had a purpose. Every obstacle made you stronger. Everything you went through was necessary preparation for the moment that's about to arrive. And now, with every step you take, divine justice is restoring everything that was once taken from you. You're not here by chance. You're not reading these words by accident. There's a reason, a connection, a message the universe wants to give you in this very moment. And that message is clear. Your time has come. The opportunities you thought were lost are coming back with greater strength. Situations that once seemed impossible are beginning to resolve in miraculous ways. People who once didn't value your presence are now looking for ways to get close to you again. It's as if a new light surrounds you, drawing in all the good things that once seemed out of reach. And in the middle of this rebirth, there is someone who never stopped thinking about you. Someone who, despite the distance, could never fill the void you left in their life. No matter how much they tried to ignore it, the bond between you was never truly broken. Every decision, every mistake, every separation had a purpose, to teach you both what really matters, because true love doesn't disappear. It only waits for the right moment to bloom. And now that moment is here. That person has gone through their own journey, their own awakening. They've faced their shadows, understood their flaws, and realized that what they felt for you was never just another chapter. It was the core of everything that truly holds meaning. And even if you don't see it yet, destiny is aligning every circumstance so that this reunion happens at the perfect time. But this is where everything changes. Because now, you are not the same person you were when they left. Now you've grown. You've learned. You've discovered your own power. You no longer wait for someone else to complete you, because you've found wholeness within yourself. And that is the key. This new chapter, this time, the love coming your way doesn't come from need. It comes from choice. And it's not just love that transforms. Your professional path, your life's purpose, your financial abundance, they are all aligning as well. For a growth you never imagined before, perhaps you once settled for what you thought was possible. But now, you are ready to receive the extraordinary. The doors that once slammed shut are now wide open. The people who once doubted you now recognize your greatness. Those who once underestimated you will soon realize they can never stop someone who is destined to rise. Because this is not just a moment of reward. This is a time of total renewal. You are being reborn from the ashes, stronger, wiser, and more confident than ever before. So don't be afraid, don't hesitate, and don't let the echo of the past make you falter. What is coming is meant for you. It is yours by divine right, and no one can take it away. Let go without resentment, because the past only has the power you give it. If you choose to cling to yesterday's wounds, you'll be closing the door to tomorrow's blessings. Forgive, not for them, but for yourself, because you deserve to live without the weight of bitterness. Your soul is ready to be free of any emotional chains holding back your growth. And while all of this unfolds, a greater force is guiding every detail. Nothing that's happening is a coincidence. Everything is being orchestrated with divine precision so that you may receive what has always been yours. Get ready, because signs will start to appear more frequently. Words, numbers, unexpected encounters, and all will indicate that the universe is moving its pieces in your favor. Trust those signs. Don't ignore them. They are confirmation that destiny is already in motion. This time, everything will be different. There's no turning back, no more doubt. This is the moment to receive with gratitude, with certainty, with the confidence of someone who knows everything they went through had a purpose. Now is when everything changes. Now is when you discover that you were always meant for something greater than you imagined. Now is when you understand that every tear, every fall, every disappointment was simply preparing the ground for the greatness you are about to experience. So lift your head high, smile, claim your victory with the certainty of someone who knows they have already won. Because the universe is on your side, divine justice is already in motion, and the best is just about to begin.